Okay, I said get a bag. No, get a bag of chips. I'm not making popcorn.
I want to make popcorn.
You're not making popcorns, Kason. Okay, you will get a popcorn if you want your own personal popcorn. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it may be that you guys are watching this video. Like so, okay.
I got popcorn in my hand. I made the
I
popcorn.
probably should have pre-recorded this video,
I said
cause
I made the popcorn.
okay, get the popcorn.
I make it?
No, give me the bag.
Nah.
5,
Like the popcorn?
4, 3, 2.
The bag of the popcorn?
Yes, give me the bag.
Of the popcorn?
And then go. Case, I'm not playing. The popcorn not in here. One of these ones?
You need to get the I think the popcorn is little.
Give me a second, y'all. He wants some popcorn. Hopefully it's popcorn in this other bag. Casey, just grab a bag of chips. Give it here. This is the same thing. Which bag you want?
The red one.
Which weird ones?
I want it.
Which ones? Oh,
I wanted these ones.
I know. And go put them back where they go at. So, if you guys know me, and I think a lot of you guys who watch me, y'all know me, right? Y'all know when I get upset, I have to get it off my chest a little bit. So, I'm not upset. I'm like really bothered. And because I ain't got nobody to talk, I talked to my sister them already. And I was like, yo, I gotta go because I'm just like really irritated, right? So let me tell y'all about my cookout that I went to. So first and foremost, family and friends, if y'all watch this video, take it from my perspective, okay? If you want to get in your feelings, that is on you. If anything that I say hits you the wrong direction, come to me and approach me about it, okay? Come to me and talk to me about it. So my brother had my baby yesterday, and well, the day before yesterday, because I watched my brother's kids. My brother got 4 kids, a girl, a boy, and another girl. My 2 nieces, smooth sailing. I love my nieces, but my nephews, they a little bit too much for me. Bad enough I already got casing, right? I love them, but they just bad. So anyway, my brother was like, oh, I'm gonna take casing with me, you know, because we having a cookout, and you want we come to the cookout anyway. So I was like, all right. So yesterday came, and I was just like in the house, and I was just dragging my feet. Like a part of me ain't want to really go to the cookout. I was just like, you know, I'm gonna go to the cookout and get casing and just bring them home, because normally when the 2 families get together, it's always issues, right? And I wasn't gonna say nothing. But my peace is just bothered. My peace is just bothered. So, yesterday when I was outside, because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go shopping because, you know, I don't have casing, and it's easier for me to shop without casing with me. But my mother had called me, and it was weird because my mother called me, and I looked at the phone. I'm like, this was like my mother number. So I'm like, because the number ended up not being saved in my phone. So she was like, you saying casing over here with no clothes. I said, well, his clothes was on the bed. He decided not to get them. And I was like, I'm not going upstairs to go get them. So I was like, go ahead, Roland, take them with you, and I'll come and bring casing clothes tomorrow. So my mom was like, well, he lost his shoe. I'm like, every time he go to my brother's house, he always loses his shoe. Like, how the hell do you let the little boy lose his shoe? And I'm looking for the shoe. I'm looking like, where is the shoe? Like, I look almost everywhere for the shoe. Couldn't find the shoe. So I was like, you know, well, forget it. When my mother had called me, I was in Family Dollar. So I bought him these pretty little gray shoes, and I bought him an outfit. So anyway, keep going. When I got to my brother's house, right, at the table, I was trying to come in and be quiet because I wanted to grab my mother's hair, right? I wanted to grab my mother's hair because at the end of the day, going on break. Sorry, that was my Oh, anyway, so I wanted to grab my mother's hair just to react to her. So here's my brother's wife, right? She get upset that I didn't speak to her. I wanted to surprise my mother that I was here, right? So what you should have done is just shut the fuck up, chill out, because I wasn't going to speak, right? But she was like, you could, oh, like, I'm going to speak to you. I'm going to speak to you, but let me speak to my mother first. She was like, you had to walk past me. First and foremost, I wanted to grab my mother's hair without saying anything. So it was a whole issue that instead of speaking to her first, I wanted to grab my mother's hair. And then I would have spoke. She was like, oh, because y'all always, I think she said, because y'all always do that. I'm going to speak to you. You feel me? Like, if you feel some type of way, let me do what I'm going to do to my mother first, right? So anyway, I am the sister who do not eat pork. I'm the only sister out of all my sisters and brothers who don't eat pork. So normally when I go to a cookout, right, I bring my own string beans because I like eating on string beans, and I made my string beans the night before, and I ended up leaving them because I told y'all I was only gonna go to the cookout, get my baby, and leave. So I forgot the string beans. When I went to all the stores, I kept forgetting to get some hot dogs or some hamburgers because I normally always bring my own string beans, my own hot dogs, and my own hamburgers because normally, they got them pork hamburgers and I don't eat them. So I get there and go out back where everybody else was at, right? What was there? It was chicken breast. It was some beans. I don't eat beans. It was some rice. I'm not gonna eat no rice. It was pasta salad. I don't want that. And it was macaroni, no, potato salad, maybe, right? And I got there at like 6:00. There was I think like at this time they might have been putting hot dogs on the grill, but like my brother was at work, so my brother, I don't know if my brother technically was giving the cookout or his wife was technically giving the cookout. So like normally, right, if we are having something, if you having something and you need help, what you need to do is open your fucking mouth up and say, hey, what can you bring to this cookout? Like, but that wasn't what was said. So there was no chicken, like no chicken, like to eat, like, and all my other kids, and we all want chicken because like that's what we black people like. They had some spare ribs, or it was like some red meat that I know I wasn't eating that shit. So I'm thinking like, so what am I going to feed my baby? But my sister ended up just bringing hot dogs. So my baby had 2 hot dogs and he had some rice, right? So then, like, I was just getting, I'm just, irritated because whenever we have a cookout or whenever we have a party, right, it's like the party is always segregated. What do you mean always segregated? Like, my mother family, my mother kids, we always out back because if it's a cookout, you're supposed to be out back, right? And if it's your house, you're supposed to be with the people that you invited, right? My brother's wife was at the table, and where I seen her at, and they was eating crabs. That's fine, cool. Go ahead, eat your crab. But once you eat your crabs, come out and mingle with your guests. But like, she don't mingle with us. So I'm like, I wonder, is it a problem? So like, at the whole time she was out front with her family. Like, her family was outside on the porch, in the front porch. We was outside, like, in the grass where the party was at. So then I was like, well, if the kids go to school tomorrow, right, what time this party over with? Right? So nobody said that. Nobody said what time the party was over. So I ended up leaving because I'm getting tired. One, I'm hungry as hell because there's no food for me to eat. Right? So when I had left before this, and I had went and got me some crabs. I'm like, you know what? I'm not putting no money out of my pocket here because I in my hearts of all hearts, I felt unwelcomed. Son, you shouldn't feel that way, but I did feel unwelcome. But the only reason I stayed, or the only reason I allowed my son to stay, is because he loved his cousins. And like, I got my crabs, and I came, like, I got my crabs, and I was shopping. So I bought me a picture, a nice picture. I'll show you. I showed it in my other video. I don't know if I posted it yet, but I did show it in another video. And then when it was time for me to go or whatever, like I heard them say something about casing. So that's what I thought I heard. I'm say what? They was like, oh nothing. I was like, I'm leaving, bye. So like for me and for all my family, right? When we come somewhere, we don't do an individual. Hey, hey, Sean. Hey, Nisha. Hey, Keith. No, we do a unified. Hi, everybody. How y'all doing? Right? That's just how we is. So like when I was leaving or whatever, I was like, okay, let me just leave because one, I was hungry, right? And two, it was getting late and my nieces and nephews had to go to work. Go to school the next morning, right? So I leave, and I just thought that was it. I just thought that was it. So this morning I called my sisters because I that's what I talked to my two sisters, and I was just like. I felt like I wasn't welcome. I'm like, it's sad that like they all like you have a cookout, and we supposed to be family, right? But you don't have to open your mouth and say, hey, Sin, can you get this? Sin, can you get this? Or Sin, can you? I already bought this. Let me bring it to your house and let you cook it, right? It's never like that with her. But I don't know, like sometimes people have pride and they don't ask for help. But like my mama alone has 11 children, right? My mama alone have 20, I think it's 21. It might be 21 grandkids now, right? So my mama kids, we like to help. So like today we're having a crab thing because like yesterday it was just like bullshit. So I'm talking to my sisters and them, and they was like, yeah, girl, cause her best friend put us out. I was like, what? So I was like, what you mean she put her out? She was like, all right, y'all gotta get out of here. And I'm like, but it's my brother's house and it's my brother's wife's house. So how the fuck is you being a friend, right? You only a friend because you're not bloodly related and you ain't paying no bills in this house, right? How can you put my sister and brothers out? How can you put them out? And like my brother was like, well, why y'all leaving? Why you leave? Well, I think he asked them why did they leave the day, and my sister was like, oh, they put us out. And I'm like, this remind me of my ex-wife. Like my ex-wife hated the fact that my family, like we might fuss, we might argue, we're gonna disagree, we're gonna fight, yeah, we're gonna do all that because we are a dysfunctional family, because that's just what we are. It's so many of us, and I think that's just what families do, right? But at the end of the day, we always come together. Like me and my sister Tay, we wasn't talking because I thought Tay was mad at me because of the whole thing where I was like, oh, we don't need to be around granddaddy because of COVID, right? So I was telling Mika and Kendra, like, Mika and Kendra, Tay don't fuck with me right now because I believe that was what was going on. But Tay be just in her own little world. But I was gonna go get Tay yesterday to take her to my brother's house, but I was like, I'm not going to get nobody because I was gonna just pretty much go get my son, because that was my goal. Go get my son and take him home. So my brother, they was like, yeah, because the girl put us out. She told she was telling my oldest brother, baby mother business. I was like, what? I'm like, see, I'm not used to that type of shit. Like, but like I don't know how y'all, how like people can invite you, but they don't really want you. They can invite you, but they don't really want you there. That's how I feel sometimes. Like, I'm invited, but like I'm not really welcome there. Like, motherfucker, we family. I want to call you bitch. You want to call me bitch. Like, let's be family-ish. Is family-ish a word? Let's be family. Like, let's argue and fight. Have our disagreements and have our conversations or whatever. But like I'm telling y'all, every time we go to my brother's house, right? It's always an issue, and I'm sorry. I'm causing problems because like I know everybody like, oh, you don't post everything on YouTube. I'm not saying nobody's names. You probably can figure out who it is, but at the end of the day, like we should, I don't want to feel, or my family, because I mean, if I feel it, I know my family feel it too. We don't want to feel like we're unwelcome. Like if you have if you're having something at your house, right? You should mingle with everybody. You shouldn't just mingle with the people that you was raised with. When you are married, and it's going to get me a little sentimental, right? Your family and your husband family becomes one, right? And then because you are the head of your husband and you are the head of the household, right? Supposed to make the fucking family come together. But like she just like, oh, this is my family, I'm going to just chill with them. And it's not only with my brother's wife, like it's other family members too. Like if we go places, it's just like people just don't fuck with us. And my sister was like, is it just mommy kids? Is it just mommy kids? I'm like, I'm friendly. I'm really friendly. But like I don't like a lot of, when I tell you I don't like drama, I don't like drama. I don't like drama. I don't like drama. I will block, delete. I'll be like, oh, I don't got time for that. I don't like drama at all. Like, keep my name out of it. Like, I invited my sisters in over here where I live at, but like my house, I told y'all my parking is just like crazy. So it's like no parking. So they're like, oh no, we're gonna go da da da. And like we trying to do a do over because yesterday didn't satisfy us. Like it did not satisfy us. Like it's just crazy. So like we're having a seafood boil, right? And I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna share some of it. I hope that it ain't no drama. Well, it's not gonna be no drama, but it may be drama that went from yesterday that's just gonna be open for today. And I'm just looking like I might have to eventually say something to my brother wife, because like every time like she was like, when you come in my house, you can speak to everybody else, but you speak to me by my name. No. And like what's the word? Oh, I already told y'all, when you come in the house, you speak to everybody. And like you got to say her name. And I'm looking like, I just didn't have her name. Like, because I'm gonna be like, you know where everybody in your family is, and then, right. So I can some bad energy coming because I'm posting this, but like you can't get mad at me. I have this platform, and yeah, I mean, I'm gonna share my BS here. Like, I'm good enough to watch your kids, right? Like, I'm good enough to watch your kids, but I'm not good enough for you to be outside and party with me outside where it was raining at, right? Where the dirt, it wasn't wet, but like, was it wet? The dirt wasn't wet. It had dried up by then. But like, what's the point of inviting me to a party that it ain't a party? It's like school, you know, like cliques hanging out. I don't want to hang out where cliques hang out. I'm 36 years old. I want to party where everybody is together. Like, even my ex-wife, like, even though, you know, she kind of didn't like my family and shit, she still partied with my family. You know, you didn't see it. Even though my ex-wife was, you know, oh my God, your family is loud. She fit in a little bit, and she kind of complained after the fact. You feel me? But my brother wife is just like, she don't really bang with us like that. And I'm, you know, like, I love her. You know, I have like I love you because you are the mother to my niece and my nephews, right? But who want to be around somebody who make them feel uncomfortable? And I know she probably think that we try to make her feel uncomfortable, but it's not. It's to have a relationship is a two-way street, right? It's a two-way street. Say it with me. It's a two-way street. Like how, you know, like most people like, oh, yeah, you don't never call me because you don't never call me. Like, you know, like if you want to have a conversation with me, it takes two to do this. Because like, if I feel as though I want to call you, I'm going to call you. But like, every time you think about calling me, you're like, oh, I'm just going to just wait to Cinder call me. Nah, because guess what? Cinder going to be like, yeah, fuck that. I'm not calling you no more. Whew. I'm still mad though. I'm still mad. Like, I think I'm going to have a conversation. She gonna be like, Roland, get your sister. I'm like, I'm not being drama. Like, I am a family oriented person. Like, if you see me with my sisters and brothers, I'm gonna have a good time. Like, if he's like my brother, he is the, I don't want to say my brother's the life of the party, but he one of the life of the parties. So my brother is more happy, right, when his sisters and brothers are around. So like, why not become a united family of, is it a united family or a blended happy family, right? Because it's two families coming together, but like when you just sitting in the front yard, that shit is just like, what was the point of us coming? And it was supposed to be like a back to school thing, right? I swear, yo, like, I don't remember my sister-in-law outside in the backyard one time. Her mother came to the backyard. A cousin, when my brother had hooked up his DJ stuff, and the cousin was outside, and you know how like out front y'all just outside smoking and drinking and stuff, right? But out back, there's the music. So she was like, she wanted to stay out in the back, but then she's like, no, I need to go back out front. Like, that's how like it felt like I gotta go back outside. So then, like, at another party, right, this is an old party, I remember that the kids was fighting, right, and the lady was like calling the kids B to the H's. And like, she wanted the kid to fight. Like, first and foremost, these supposed to be family. So they supposed to be family. So why would you want the kid to be outside fighting, right? Go find that kid's mother, right? And be like, hey, da 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 whatever. But like, you out here calling people kids bitches, and it was my nephew, like my blood nephew. Like, that's not even how it goes down. Like, no, we don't do that. Like, we be like, hey, it's no fighting, no fighting. Fighting is not good. And I don't know. Maybe I just need to keep my distance. I'm just gonna chill. Like, today, I'm about to get myself ready, go chill with my sisters and brothers, my sisters and brothers. My son is going to be able to be with his cousins that actually want to come outside and not have no drama. But like, my other sister, because Kason was being bad yesterday, right? And I didn't want to discipline him, right? So I was trying to sit, and I was telling my brother, like, Kason wasn't listening to my brother. I said, pop him. My brother like, no, I'm gonna make him sit right here. I'm like, you're not gonna sit right there. I'm like, you wanted to hit him to make him sit down, right? So Kason had got up. So my mother had oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I don't give, look, I'm a 100% honest person. So yeah, so my mother had got up, and my mother was trying to get Kason, and Kason, he didn't hit my mother, but Kason was like, no, right? No, that's what he did. So that took me to the point where I'm gonna whip your ass. So I ended up getting up, and I hit him a couple of times, and my brother was like, he just bad. I'm looking like, that's your nephew. Like, you train him. Not you train him, but you need to get him under control. I'm his mother, but I didn't see what he did. You was the one who was trying to correct him. But like, my mother was somebody wanted my mother to hit Kason, and I would let my mother hit him, but it was like, my mother was like, no, Cinder already got him. So then my other niece came, and my mother had told her to not do nothing. She was like, no. So my sister ended up fussing at my other sister's daughter, and my sister's like, oh my God, I'm ready to go, right? So my other y'all, I got so many sisters. So my older sister had pretty much took my other older sister back home because she had got upset. But then like, the conversation was had today, and like, everybody cashed out. Said their emotions, and because nobody knew that Kason got a beating, but the people that was outside. Because Kason, he didn't hit. Now, let me just say, he didn't hit my mom. He just was like, no, no, no. And like, if you go like this, you need an ass whipping. Oh, she broke 20 and a half. Now it's 40 pieces. So, yeah. And that was a little issue. What else issues happened? I don't know all the issues that happened because I ended up leaving, right? But I'm just looking like, like when you have a house, right? And the family like to come to your house. Be is it cordial? Be cordial, be welcoming, and if it's an issue, speak on it. Just don't be like talking behind people's back, because when my brother wife, her homegirl was telling my sisters and them they had to leave, right? So the wife, my brother's wife, she ended up saying to her friend, like, bitch, you cleared this motherfucker out quick, or you made them leave quickly. Like, we here, like, everybody got ears. Everybody got ears. Why would you say that out your mouth and then like make it like, oh yeah, bitch, you did the right thing? Like, this is your house. Your homegirl should never tell your sisters-in-laws or brothers-in-laws, right, to leave your house, because it's your house. You are the master of your own domain. Like, it makes people be like, she don't fuck with it. Like, we in a cahoots, or like we as a family is like, yeah, she don't really fuck with us. No, like when she need us, that's what it is. But like when she don't need us, it's just like, fuck them. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it like I said. I don't want nobody getting their feelings over what I say, because this is how I feel. Like, if you fuck with me, let me know that you fuck with me, right? Come and congregate with me out back. Like how we was at your wedding, like everybody was just so happy, and you freaking on your sister-in-laws freaking on you. We drinking, we laughing, we playing, we happy. Not how it is now that you have a house, right? And that you always had the kids, but be like how you was at the wedding. Like, I remember one time, like, this goddamn girl had an issue with my brother and my mother, like how much my brother loved my mother. But like, that's not my story. I'm not gonna talk about it. So if you on my Facebook page, I think I'm kind of finished venting a little bit. I feel a little bit better deep down on the inside. I'm just here, speaking my shit, because that's what I do, speak my shit. But yeah. So what were my issues today? I mean, from the party yesterday. My issue was that there was no food, right? And you didn't ask your sisters or brothers-in-laws to help you for this cookout, right? If we are a family unit, being as though we are bloodly related or related by marriage, you should feel as though it's okay to ask your sisters and brothers-in-laws for help, right? Then what else? The fact that, for me, when you feel as though I'm trying to scare my mother, that it's more important for me to speak to you first, right, than for me to do something to my mother. Because if I was spoke to you first, she would have heard that I was in the house. But I wanted to pull her hair because she was faced this way. She was looking that way, and I'm coming behind her. What else? What else? The fact that you allowed your homegirl to put my sisters and brothers out, and for her to just freely like joke that shit was cool. Like, my sister heard it. My niece also heard it. So my niece didn't say nothing right away, but she's like, Mommy, why did Aunt da say that? And she was like, what'd she say? She said to her home. She said it to her homegirl. Oh, you got them motherfuckers out here quick. I might be using the words wrong. I might not be using the right words, but something in that manner. Like, if we are family, and if you invite me to a cookout, right? Don't be outside with your family that you bloodly related to in the front of the house, right? And have the family that you married into at the back of the house, and which you're not involved, or you're not doing shit with us. You're not doing nothing. So like for me, if that's how it's gonna be, I'm gonna be just like, look, I'm gonna just stay home. And then like, if I not if one stay home, but if I feel that way, just think about how my other sisters and brothers feel. Like, cause the girl, the friend, she made my little brother mad. She made my older brother mad, right? And the wife just joking it off. Like, you supposed to be happy with your the family that you married into. And it's if it doesn't if you're not happy with the family that you are involved in or got married into, and I'm going to speak it from experience because I was married to a person in which I love my wife to death. Y'all hear me when I tell y'all I love my ex-wife to death? Look, I'm getting emotional. Wait but I loved her to death. But it was just the fact that when the family events, got little tears in my eyes, y'all. My bad. I don't know, like when I talk about it, it's gonna make me cry. But anyway, when you marry in a family, right? And these conflicts keep happening, it's gonna put stress on your relationship, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen because at the end of the day, you are the person that my brother married, right? So obviously, my brother love you, right? We are the family in which my brother was raised up with. Obviously, he loves us, like how it was with my wife. Like, I loved my wife. Like, I love my wife, even though she was bipolar, schizophrenic, suicidal. I still loved her, but she hated the fact that we was close. She hated the fact that at the end of the day, like, my family gonna be, I mean, like, we gonna, my family, we fight, we argue, right? Okay? But at the end of the day, we're gonna always come back together. So, like, even if, you causing all these problems, right? If y'all merge in, not saying, that, I'm not wishing bad luck on anybody's marriage, because marriage and divorce and da-da-da is hard. Take it from somebody who already went through it. But if y'all merge in, who you gonna fall back on? His family. He's gonna grow up. He's going to come back to his family. If y'all have an argument, right? Because you upset about something that the family do, who you gonna come back and tell? The family, right? You gonna come back and tell the family. And we try not to, start drama, because like we just like, well, it didn't happen to me because I was just done with it, because like I already told y'all, I felt like I wasn't welcome. You feel me? Because you invited me here and you didn't have no interactions with me other than saying to me, oh, you should have spoke to me before you walked past me. But like, I just want to show y'all how close this shit was. So my mother was right here, and it's a deep freezer. Let me just do it. So the deep freezer right here. My mother is right here on the side of the deep freezer. Beside the deep freezer, right? So besides the deep freezer, right here, right, y'all can't even see it. So this is the deep freezer. Deep freezer. My mother's leaning up against the deep freezer, right? And this is where my brother wife is. And I'm back. I'm right here. So I'm trying to reach and grab my mother's hair, right? Before I can even grab my mother's hair, she had to open her mouth up. Like, it wasn't the fact that I wasn't going to speak, because I've always spoke to you, right? But you already had some type of animosity of me or any of my sisters and brothers coming in your house, right? And I don't know. It may not be that way. It may not be that way, but like it feels that way. Like I'm not a mind reader. I'm not a mind reader. I'm not. I'm just a person that have my own personal feelings, and if you do something to me, it's going to make me react. So that's how I felt, or how I feel. Like, you already had an animosity towards me, because you make it, you think that everybody come in your house and not speak to you. Like, we come in your house and we speak at one time versus doing name by name by name. Because let me tell you something, I don't remember most of the motherfucking people's names. Y'all know I have a head injury. I have a head injury. Like, I don't remember all my cousins' names. You feel me? Like, who's that? Who's that? Like, it was a big ass. It was another issue with me not remembering people's name at my mother and their party, which started a whole fucking argument because I was like, is that da 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 da? And I had asked my cousin's sister, which was his brother. Well, it was the boy was my cousin, but I asked his sister if it was such and such, his girlfriend, and that started a whole issue. And I'm looking like, because I asked the girl name. Y'all know I have head injury. Y'all know I have that. So if I don't fuck with you and I don't see you every day, I'm not gonna say your name. I'm not, because guess what? I don't know what your name is. Say that with me. I don't know what your name is. I could probably remember your face, like, hey, but your name is not gonna be in my head. It's just like, it's something that I don't say every day. So like, if I don't say it every day, I'm not gonna know you. So that was another issue. So and it all like, when we come to family issues, I mean, come to family gatherings, right? It's always my mother's kids, and it's not like we started, because like, if you come to my house, right, and you say just hey son, look, you're not hey son, but hey everybody, like that's saying it, hey son, like I'm everybody, like I'm part of everybody, right? And then like, if you want to come back and individually speak to me, that's one thing, but like, to just like, fuck everybody else in this house, don't speak to nobody else, just speak to me first. Why should I have to speak to you first? Why? I'm going to speak to you, right? I don't know. So who else can bring some crab legs? I told y'all we have a seafood boil. Right, we having a seafood boil. It's gonna be on and popping. It's gonna be my sister and brothers, y'all. My sister and brothers. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you would think either. Hi, baby. I think I'm about to end this live because I got some I got some craves I want to eat, right? But I'm gonna share this video on my Facebook page, and I'm just looking like, Lord Jesus. I wonder what is gonna be said, because like, people gonna be like, Cinda is drama. Cinda is drama. I'm not drama. I just, I'm in my house. This COVID, I don't come outside like that. You feel me? And you guys are y'all my therapy. Y'all my therapy, and I get to say what the hell I want to say. I get to say what I want to say, because that's what I do. I'm gonna say what I want to say regardless. And after the fact, that whatever happens, what happens. But thank y'all for watching me with this damn longest vent. Otherwise, they left seafood looks like. What happened? Look, I can't see it now. But I am going. I am going to end this video. I will be back sometime later on today. I need to call my baby daddy, because my baby daddy's supposed to come getting Casey to go take him to go see his grandmother. And he better not play with me, because if you play with me, baby daddy, I'm gonna fuck you up. But good night, anybody. Good night, everybody. If you got a comment down below, if you got a comment, or if y'all are going through the same thing that I'm going through, or that my family is going through, every time you go over somebody's house, it's always drama. Please comment down below, because I want to know. Like, I wish I didn't take no video, because one, I was pretty much upset, like, the whole time I was there, and two, my phone was dead, and I don't have no storage on my phone. Don't blame me. Blame YouTube. It's your fault. But I'm going. Comment, share, like. All right, I'm out.